Hello to all friends, welcome to the MJM Horror channel. Today I want to tell you a scary story of Godzilla and Kong, a story in which Kong faces a more terrifying form of Godzilla and things happen in it that make you stay with me until the end of this story. Decades of uneasy peace shattered with a blood-curdling shriek that tore through the hollow earth. Kong, his fur bristling, felt a primal terror unlike any before. It wasn't a challenge, it was a plea, a chilling symphony of pain echoing from the depth. This wasn't Godzilla, the rival, the begrudging ally. This was something far worse. He descended, the air growing thick with an unnatural stillness broken only by the dripping of obsidian water. Gone were the vibrant bioluminescent flora, replaced by a sickly green luminescence that seemed to emanate from the very rock itself. There, in a cavern pulsating with the green light, Kong found Godzilla. But this wasn't the Godzilla he knew. The king of the monsters was a grotesque mockery of his former self. His scales, once proud and imposing, were cracked and sickly, glowing with the same emerald phosphorescence. His eyes, once burning embers, were dark voids, devoid of any recognition. Godzilla lurched forward, a guttural moan escaping his maw. It wasn't a roar, it was a sound of pure, insatiable hunger. Kong, fear twisting his insides, realized with a horrifying clarity Godzilla wasn't conquered, he was infected. The fight that ensued was a ballad of terror. Kong, agile and desperate, dodged lumbering swipes, the cavern walls crumbling under the force of their struggle. But with each blow, the green light on Godzilla intensified. It wasn't just spreading across his body, it seemed to be infecting the very air around them. The true horror wasn't the physical battle, but the agonizing transformation. As Kong fought, a searing pain erupted on his own arm. He looked down in disbelief, a single scratch from Godzilla's claws, glowing ominously with the same green luminescence. The infection, it seemed, was contagious. Panic clawed at Kong's throat. He wasn't just fighting for survival now, he was fighting for control over his own body. He landed a blow, a desperate attempt to sever the source of the infection, but the result was horrifying. A tendril of green mess erupted from the wound, wrapping around Godzilla's arm and burrowing deep. Godzilla roared, a sound that sent shivers down Kong's spine. It wasn't a roar of pain, it was a roar of twisted pleasure. The tendril pulsed, the green light spreading rapidly across Godzilla's body, a grotesque symbiosis forming. Godzilla grew larger, more grotesque, fueled by the infection he now shared with Kong. Kong realized with a sickening certainty that he had sealed their fate. He hadn't fought the infection, he had unwittingly become its amplifier. The cavern walls pulsed faster, the green light reaching a feverish pitch. The very rock began to writhe, as if awakening to a monstrous consciousness. The fight ended not with a victor, but with a horrifying scream that echoed through the hollow earth. Kong, his own body succumbing to the infection, watched in terror as Godzilla, now a grotesque fusion of flesh and green energy, turned its gaze on him. There was no defiance, no struggle in Kong's final roar. It was a lament, a mournful cry for a world soon to be consumed by a darkness he had unwittingly unleashed. In the echoing silence that followed, only the pulsating green light remained, a chilling testament to the horror that had begun, a horror born from a desperate fight for survival that had become a horrifying descent into shared oblivion. I thank my friends who accompanied me to the end of this story. If you enjoyed today's horror story, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And as always, I entrust you to God.